Yep, so a quick look at the front bleed system on my DeLorean. So whilst you don't necessarily need to have a front bleed kit, that is where I've read and I believe that you get much air and stuff building up. So people use vacuum gauges and things like that to suck out the air, that sort of stuff, or they jack the car up, all this sort of stuff. But a really common part and an easy part to be honest with you is just to fit a tap. So obviously you fill the system up with coolant, and then you run it, and then basically once it's hot, once it's running, you just turn the tap, and any air that's in the system will just bleed straight out, plus some coolant. So you have to make sure obviously the tap is facing upwards, so that obviously the air rises to the top and out. Okay, so this is a system here that I brought, which I've now replaced in my car. This came from one of the vendors. It works. It's nice and tight fitting, all that sort of stuff, but I didn't really like it because you can't just turn the tap to bleed the system. You have to first hold this with a spanner, hold that with a spanner, and then loosen off the brass. You can see here it has PTFE tape on it as well, so you have to loosen that from that, and only then can you then turn the valve to loosen it, to bleed it. But by doing that, obviously, so you get some seepage through here as well, and it's just not what I liked. I wasn't too comfortable with it in plastic. I'm sure it's probably completely fine, but I just didn't like it. So what I did, looked on eBay, and ultimately bought these. So not this size, but I bought this exact unit, just bigger. So these said they accidentally sent me 6mm ones through by mistake. Then they sent me 8mm ones through. So I had an 8mm tap, and says it's fuel quality, so it's super top quality. 8mm one of those, and an 8mm one of these, and put it into the hose with that, and the hose is called 8mm internal hose. And what I found is, whilst it did tighten up fine with the Jubilee clips, when you put these 8mm into the hose, they just went in loosely. So all the tension was done on the clips, nothing on the rubber itself to metal. So what I then did is I tried it and it worked, but I then ordered 10mm versions of these, and it's absolutely spot on. So 10mm is a tight fit, so you have to basically heat the hose up a little bit in basically I just use a hairdryer effectively, a garage hairdryer. Obviously you can dip it into hot water, for 5 minutes or whatever to expand it a little bit, to soften it up. But yeah, I just heated it up a little bit, and then these babies went in. So yeah, that's what I've got there. Fuel quality there, basically about £4 and £4, that sort of money, not much money. Head over to the car. Underneath the car. Oh, and there we go. If you can see that clearly. So also I bought a few more Jubilee clips to put in there. So you've got your 10mm T-piece there, plus the tap as well. And of course the tap, I don't know if you can tell, but the tap is facing upwards. And then I bought a length of hose as well, 1 metre of hose, which then comes down here. So that literally just tucks nicely, if that's in focus, around there. Obviously you can put it wherever you want to put it, but that's clearly an obvious place to put it. I put the cable tie loose on there so I can pull it out, flip it onto you. I can just do this, job done, and tuck it in there, sorted. Really nice. And then literally just turn the valve, and it's just bloody handy. It's just handy. People say, yeah, vacuum it, all this sort of stuff. You know what? Just turn the bloody valve, and you're done. Just put that into a milk bottle, turn the valve, and it sorts it. And obviously, when I did change it from the 8mm ones to the 10mm, easy. Just put it into the just drained out the fluid, using that tap into a milk bottle, changed it from 8 to 10s, and then that was it. So yeah, there we go. That is it. Nice and easy. And I say, £4 each, I think it was, for each of the two metal parts. Hose was £3 for a metre of 8mm hose, which you can see there. And then the clips, I think it was 6 clips or 8 clips or something. It was about £3 stainless steel clips. So it was all cheap, under 20 quid. And I say super easy to fit. Cool. There you go. Nice one. Cheers.